How to do a quadratic formula. An example would be x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0. The first thing we need to do is follow this formula. This formula would be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac under 2a. The first thing we need to do is identify which the a, b, and c would be. The a value would be the coefficient for the first term, so this. The b value would be the coefficient for the second term, so it would be this. The c value would just be the third term. We should be able to solve the equation now. So the equation would be, with the formula, would be x equals negative b, which is negative 6, plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4ac under 2a. So if we wanted to simplify this, it would be negative 6 plus or minus the square root. 6 squared is 36, minus 4 times 1 times 8, that would be negative 32, divided by 2 times 1, which is just 2. 36 divided by 32 would be 4, but the square root of that would just be 2, so we'll just put 2 here, plus or minus negative 6 over 2. So all we have to do now is just find the x. So once we get to this step, all we need to do is find the x values. So since this says up here plus or minus, that means one of them has to be a plus and one of them has to be a minus. So to do this, let's get one of them, which would be negative 6 plus 2 over 2. So that would just be negative 4 over 2, which is just negative 2 equals x. So that's one of the x's, but we do need to find the other one. For the other x, we'll need to use, since this was a plus, this one will have to be a minus. So it would just be negative 6 minus 2 over 2 equals x, which is really just negative 8 over 2, which is x equals negative 4, since negative 8 minus 2, or divided by 2, is negative. One more example. 2x squared minus 4x minus 30 equals 0. So first we need to find the a, b, and c value. The a would be 2, the b would be negative 4, and the c would be negative 30. All quadratic equations are usually formatted where the x squared is the first term, the number in the x is the second term, and the third term is just the number without the x. So let's use the formula. The b would be negative 4, so it would just be 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared minus 4, 2, and negative 30 under 2 times 2. So that is just 4 plus or minus square root. Negative 4 times squared is 16. Minus or plus 240, which is negative 4 times 2 times negative 30, and this all goes under 2 times 2, which is just 4. So 16 plus 240, which is 256, and the square of that is just 16. So 16 plus or minus 4 under 4. So once again, one has to be plus and one has to be minus. So I'll just split this up. So the plus one, we'll make a plus side over here for plus 16 over 4. That's just 20 over 4, which is just 5. So one of the x values is 5. But since this is a quadratic formula, there's always two answers. So we need to split this to the minus side. So 4 minus 16 over 4. That would just be, this is just negative 12 Negative 12 over 4 is just negative 3. So the second x is just negative 3. We do this once again because there's a plus and minus right here. That means we have to split 1 to a plus and 1 to a minus. So that's how you know.